which stands for Teaching Entrepreneurship, Learning Entrepreneurship, is a project funded as part of the European educational program Erasmus and includes partner organizations from Germany, Iceland, Latvia, Spain and Romania. The project started in September 2014 and finished in August 2016. The Tele project addresses a very serious contemporary problem that many member states in the European Union are confronting with. That is, the increasing number of unemployed people. The situation is a consequence of the average rate of early dropouts with no vocational training on the one hand, and the increasing requirements for highly trained personnel and subsequently less need for unqualified and low-qualified workers on the other hand. In this case, people without graduation certificates or any vocational qualities have the least opportunities on the labor market, thus forming a large part of the percentage of unemployed. Under the circumstances, Tele answered this need, offering support to disadvantaged groups of low-skilled by using entrepreneurship teaching methods in order to integrate them in further education, employment and society as a whole. The main objectives of the project refer to reducing school dropouts and lowering the unemployment rate and the emigration from the regions. In order to do this, the specific objective throughout the project was to develop and implement activating entrepreneurship workshops and training methods that can be integrated in upper secondary schools, in further education seminars, in vocational schools and adult educational centers. This in order to reach, motivate and activate the young, low-skilled, disadvantaged unemployed to start further education and to find a job or create their own job possibilities on the basis of their own interests and ideas. The project partnership includes 5 different partners with different backgrounds and opportunities, but with the same purpose. It was initiated by the organization Chancengleich in Europa from Germany that coordinated the project in partnership with organizations from 4 other countries: Iceland, Spain, Romania and Latvia. Chancengleich in Europa from Germany, that is Equal Opportunities in Europe, is an NGO whose aims are to promote equality in counseling, education and employment, especially for migrants and disadvantaged groups. From Iceland, Cimentunarmit Studina Vesturlandi is a non-profit organization owned by municipalities in the area, the local labor unions, the local college and some key companies. The main objective of Cimentunarmit Studin is to promote and assist with adult education in the area, with special attention to the increase of continuing education, increased qualification as well as well-being of the population. From Spain is a public organization that joins 46 municipalities in La Ribera County and whose aim is to obtain and increase in the employment rate of the region. Therefore, their purpose is to facilitate and renew people's skills and to develop the capacity of professional insertion for those out of the labor market. From Romania, the association The Friends of Petroponi Technical College Onești promotes and supports the interests of Petroponi Technical College, of its teachers and students through material, financial, logistic or any other type of support. The association's goal is oriented both towards the citizens' professional education and formation, but it also aims at raising the awareness of the community, of the state and of its private institutions to the problems and crises school and education in Romania are confronting with in the 21st century. From Latvia, the Municipal Council Malpils pays careful attention to education and continuing education for the employees and inhabitants of the community. Its priorities are to reduce social-economic inequality between rural and urban population. The methods of the international education work were so far the implementation of educational, social, cultural and youth projects in Comenius, Leonardo da Vinci, Grundtvig, town twinning and youth programs. In trying to achieve the main objective of the project, that is, reducing school dropouts, reducing the unemployment rate and the immigration, an essential activity of the project was the training of the trainers workshop, which took place at Cimentunarmidsstodina Vesturlandi in Borgarnes, Iceland, and it was prepared and led by the Icelandic partner. The trainer throughout the workshop was Mr. August Pettersson, an active member of the project team and an experienced trainer in entrepreneurship. There came 4 professionals from each participating country. The 1-week workshop was a mixture of training and development for the final course modules. It was constructed so that the participants had to be in the role of a typical participant of entrepreneurship workshops for disadvantaged people, but they also acted as active observers and assessors of the activities. At the end of each session of training, there was a feedback activity meant to evaluate and appreciate what was good or what went wrong, so that in the end we could shape up the new method, the Tele method in entrepreneurship, that we would all implement later in each country in the pilot workshops with our trainees. That is, unemployed people, dropouts, migrants, and other disadvantaged groups. The Tele method in entrepreneurship resulted after putting together the information gathered from all the partners and the most effective and innovative method in teaching entrepreneurship practiced in each participating country. The Tele method focuses on cooperative learning methodologies and entrepreneurial training, learning by doing being the leading principle. The trainers focused on developing and trying out simple but very effective entrepreneurial teaching methods, comprising them all into one new global complex method which uses ice-breaking methods, intercultural exercises, brainstorming and peer groups, the lecture, learning by doing, the training firm method, the thinking hats method, the canvas method for building a business plan, group work and individual work, games, but also company visits and guest lectures. The entire Tele method is minutely detailed and explained in the Tele handbook that is the main outcome of the project. As a follow-up, the trainers developed and implemented entrepreneurship workshops with disadvantaged groups in their countries, using the Tele method to boost confidence and to strengthen initiative, motivation and entrepreneurial skills. The participants were interviewed at the beginning of the workshop, answering the following questions. What do you think of the preset program?
The program is quite detailed and quite tight, but I think we will learn a lot about different things, games, exercises, concepts from each other. So it's a good program.
The preset program is very nice because I can do myself the things I am going to give my students, so I can understand if they don't understand something, to help them how to do better.
The participants also answered a set of questions at the end of the training workshop, that is, how do you like the idea of using entrepreneurship teaching methods with groups of disadvantaged people?
In our daily work, we are working very much with disadvantaged groups, especially immigrants. And we will do our pilot workshops with this group, and we will also be working with other groups with this method.
It's a kind of entrepreneurial thinking we can learn. And entrepreneurial thinking works in all segments, in private and in family, in business, and also in entrepreneurship.
The Tele pilot workshop in Germany took place from the 14th to the 18th of March 2016, from Monday to Friday for 6 hours a day and 30 hours altogether. The participants of the Tele pilot workshop in Germany were women with a migrant background. They came from 6 different countries: Cameroon, Ghana, Morocco, Russia. When working with immigrants who face unemployment, language and communication problems, and often social isolation, it is very important to find ways of gaining trust, increase their self-esteem and self-confidence, and make them discover or rediscover the skills and competencies they have. The status of being an unemployed immigrant is a very difficult one to cope with, no matter whether the person in question is highly or lowly qualified. They were prepared to take steps to change their situation, but they did not have the confidence or the access to the necessary information to do so. Throughout the pilot workshop, they learned how to set up a business, how to make a good business plan, how to promote their products, and at the end of the workshop, they also had to present their plan to an audience.
Eigentlich es ist möglich, dass vielleicht eine Mutter im Büro sitzt und vielleicht auf einmal ist ein unvorhersehbarer Termin entstanden. Kita machen um 17 Uhr zu, denn es heißt, dass ich wollte dringend eine Betreuung. Jemand, die mein Kind vom Kita abholt und das Kind betreut. Dann haben wir gesagt, durch dieses Konzept können wir diese Abholen vom Kindergarten oder Kindertagesstätte Service anbieten.
Sind wir auf die Idee gekommen, eine Kabarettbar in Dortmund zu eröffnen. Das heißt, in unserer Kabarett wird Live-Musik gespielt aus Afrika, aus anderen Ländern, also unsere Kunden wären sowohl Migranten als auch Deutschen, die für fremde Kulturen offen sind.
Wir sprechen ganz fachzeitig mit Beiträgen auf Nationalsprachen, zum Beispiel zuerst Russisch, zu ökologischen Themen und kurzen Zusammenfassungen auf Deutsch oder Englisch oder gleichzeitig Deutsch und Englisch.
Und wir haben eine Protokoll, richtige Protokoll für eine Idee zu bauen und zu konkretisieren.
Glaubst du, dass dieser Workshop hilfreich war für deine Geschäftsidee?
Ja, 100%.
Welche Geschäftsidee hast du?
Ich möchte gerne eine Zeitschrift für Kinder realisieren oder für Kindergarten in Marokko.
Do you have the feeling you had the possibility to work on your ideas?
Possibly because this kind of idea, I've been thinking about it for some time now, and after the seminar, I think there's a possibility for me just to start something.
And do you feel that you are motivated to keep on working on your business idea?
I'm really motivated. I'm really motivated because the idea of starting a business with children has always been my passion. So now I'm very motivated now.
And you can use the materials and the
Definitely, yeah.
Ja, es hat mir sehr gut gefallen. Also ich fand, wir waren eine sehr gute Gruppe. Es war eine sehr nette Gruppe gewesen. Wir haben sehr viel gelernt, sehr viel mitgenommen jetzt. Also so allgemein, also wie erstellt man einen Businessplan, was sind so Marketingstrategien, das kann man eigentlich auf alles anwenden. Es ist eigentlich egal jetzt, welche Idee das ist, aber das hat mir schon eigentlich sehr viel gebracht, also ich bin sehr zufrieden. Also es ist auf jeden Fall, also also ich habe jetzt persönlich nicht unbedingt gezielt jetzt eine Geschäftsidee gehabt, also dass ich sage, okay, ich werde jetzt auf jeden Fall gründen, aber wenn ich jetzt eine hätte, dann hätte ich schon mal so eine Orientierung durch dieses Projekt. Also da habe ich jetzt echt viel dazu gelernt. Wie gesagt, also diese ganzen Sachen, die wir eben gemacht haben, da hat man schon so eine Orientierung in die Richtung. Das finde ich eigentlich auch sehr wichtig als Anfang jetzt, ne? Den ersten Schritt dann zu machen.
In what concerns the workshop in Iceland, the group consisted of only 3 participants, all students at Borgarnes Upper Secondary School. The participants were all girls of 17 years old, highly motivated and excellent students. The workshop lasted 20 hours in 5 days. The teaching time was between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. As there were only 3 participants, it was not possible to work in groups. Each of the girls worked out her own business idea. The girls knew each other very well, so there were no group problems. The point of departure was to recognize business opportunities near one's home. All the participants live in farms and they all chose ideas that could be run as family business. One has a mother and a grandmother who have been making cosmetic organic creams out of the flora in the farmland, but for private use only. The girl decided to take this further in the workshop so it could be developed into a small business. The second one decided to work out a plan for a slow travel business on the farmland and in the surroundings. The third one looked into the possibility to start a small petting zoo on the farmland.
So Helga, do you think this workshop that you have been working in for the last days will help you to start your own business later on?
Yes, I think so. Can learn a lot from this workshop.
What kind of a project was it that you were working on?
I was working on making organic skin protector.
Why? Where did you get that idea?
My mom and my grandmother, they have been working on that for the past years or so.
You would start your own business?
Yes, probably.
What was your business concept?
I was going to start a
tourism company
on my farm.
Because
I think it's peaceful and quiet there and it's good for people who want to come and relax.
So you also come from the countryside?
Yes.
The workshop in Latvia lasted for 36 hours. Lessons took place twice a week for 4 hours per day. Workshop participants were men and women. Some of the participants are self-employed, young mothers and workers that want to start their own business. At the beginning, the trainers introduced the group, the Tele project and the expected results. Members of the group shared their goals and business ideas, but they also defined the areas where they would like to improve their knowledge and acquire new skills. During the subsequent process of work, competencies necessary for starting a business were acquired: ideas, action and motivation synergy, creating ideas, forms of entrepreneurship and the practical usage of legislation, finance planning, cash flow compilation and calculation, balance sheet and profit-loss calculations, the role of marketing and practical training in the form of mutual brainstorming in order to help other group members to develop their ideas in the market. In this group, the participants already had their own business ideas and they were looking for the answers to the unknown in order to bring these ideas to life.
Principā, jā, tas bija, mums jau ir iesākts jau tā kā nedaudz, bet tas bija kā dzinošs, lai turpinātu to visu plašāk.
Tādēļ jau bija jau tā doma, kad vajag savu uzņēmumu, jā, šie kursi palīdzēja saprast, ar ko jāsāk, pie kā jāturās, pie kā jāstrādā.
Nekādas tādas grūtības saistībā ar uztveri nekādas nebija. Pedagogi ļoti labi visu paskaidroja, ļoti izsmeļoši un atsaucīgi. Grūtības vienīgās varbūt pašam, kur pietrūks zināšanas un arī mazliet laika trūkums ierobežo. Tā viss pārējais viss ļoti labi bija.
Galvenais uzsvars bija uz to produktu. Tas bija tas, kas man bija tāds šaurāks punkts, ko es nezināju. Un tad galvenais ir attīstīt to ideju un to savu darbību, ko es vēlos tur darīt. Un kā es to vēlos darīt.
Workshop participants in Spain were men and women aged between 18 and 25 years old. All participants are unemployed and vocational students. Some of them regarded the training as a professional output aimed towards administrative management or professional retraining. The workshop was divided into 20 hours, within which 50% were devoted to teamwork, following the methodology learned by trainers in Tele through the use of different tools: road mapping, canvas, empathy map, financial planning, inbound marketing, etc. All tools are accompanied by elements that allow visualization of ideas, results, and helps generate synergies between different groups. The remaining hours of the session was spent on the formation of groups, exposure of ideas and business projects, and the weighting of each of the ideas that emerged during the work developed in the different groups. All tools are worked in teams and with creativity applied as a primary value. The workshop reached the expected results because the participants themselves devised and analyzed the business idea, emerged from a business idea that they themselves, with the help of the team and using creative techniques, could be obtained.
Soy Delia Alexandra y tengo 21 años.
Mi nombre es Kendry Peralta, tengo 22 años.
Me llamo Cion Andrea Elena y tengo 19 años.
Se llama Dog Trainer, se trata de una empresa que es para perros que tengan problemas de obesidad o de comportamiento, que sean agresivos, tener un gimnasio, un veterinario, un dietista que les hace una dieta, tenemos el gimnasio para que hagan deporte y nosotros que somos los entrenadores pues nos dedicamos a cuidarlos y a educarlos.
Un servicio de catering, pero que haga solo comida dietética, y esa dieta se le elaborará la comida y se le llevará a su casa o a su trabajo, donde ellos deseen, se le llevará a domicilio. Siempre he querido que haya algo así, no hay nada así, yo he buscado y no hay. Entonces he tenido esa idea y se lo he propuesto a ellos, les ha gustado y hemos estado haciendo ese proyecto. Y así más o menos también en mi idea que tengo yo voy aclarándome más.
Es una página web y una aplicación en la cual la gente puede elegir según las fiestas o los eventos que quiera hacer, pues el de nuestra página elige todo lo que necesite. Más personalizado, mucho más fácil, te ahorras mucho tiempo, como una boda en una hora, o cosas por el estilo.
No sabía exactamente cómo se hace lo de los gastos y de cómo se lleva a cabo todo, y con este curso la verdad es que he aprendido mucho de cómo tengo que hacerlo, mirarlo todo, los gastos que se tienen que incluir a la hora de ofrecer un servicio, no sabía que había tanta cosa ahí.
Ahora ya tengo claro cómo poner mis ideas en un orden. Esperaba algo así, algo que te diera métodos para tú emprender, para sacar tus ideas, y la verdad que me ha gustado con el road mapping y el método Canvas y todo eso. No me esperaba esto, me esperaba más números, pero la verdad es que me ha gustado, me ha sorprendido la verdad.
Ahora hemos acabado con la capitalización y el balance final y nos sale bastante rentable. Vale la pena, es algo aparte. Todo lo que se aprende no es una pérdida de tiempo, es algo que te quedas con él, entonces yo lo veo bien. Quien pueda hacerlo, que lo haga, es algo nuevo.
Sí, me ha motivado mucho y he visto muchas empresas que están bien para llevarlas a cabo.
The workshop in Onești, Romania was attended by 14 young people aged between 18 and 24 years old, out of which 2 are school dropouts with no employment prospects and 12 are graduates of the Technical College Petroponi, but they still do not have a job or have gone through the experience of temporary jobs in private companies and are currently unemployed. They are economically vulnerable due to the fact that the most important oil refinery and chemical platform in the region was closed down, and in this case the young people in the region do not have many job perspectives other than starting their own business. The workshop in Romania consisted of 24 hours of classes run in free weekends. Ever since the first meeting, the trainers introduced the participants to the purpose of the workshop and to their desire to offer free information and initiation in a new area, entrepreneurship, as a gift that the European Union gives them in order to help them succeed in life. Because the trainers wanted to prevent any abandonment throughout the process, they continuously tried to keep their curiosity and interest aroused, and at the end of each 4-hour session they would unfold some of the interesting activities they were planning to do at the next meeting. The trainees learned about how to find a good business idea and how to develop develop a business plan, they got information about the necessary steps for setting up a business in what concerns legislation, and they were introduced to marketing strategies.
Ți-a fost util acest workshop?
Mi-a fost foarte util acest workshop, deoarece m-am gândit de multe ori la deschiderea propriei mele afaceri, dar nu aveam curaj, nu aveam habar de nicio documentație necesară din punct de vedere legal, nu știam să realizez un plan de afaceri cum trebuie și nu știam nicio strategie de marketing. În cadrul acestui workshop am învățat foarte multe lucruri, nu mă mai sperie nimic din ceea ce privește realizarea planului de afaceri. M-am lămurit ce este de fapt și ce se cere. Metoda Canvas m-a făcut să gândesc limpede și logic și să pricep totul. Acum nu mă mai sperie nicio noțiune de economie. Am înțeles, fără să învăț, toate definițiile, toate clasificările și toate schemele. Mi se pare foarte simplu. Chiar mă gândesc la acea librărie Cafenea, despre care am făcut analize și previziuni în cadrul atelierului și îmi pare foarte bine că am participat la acest workshop.
Ai întâmpinat greutăți pe parcursul acestui workshop?
Sincer, nu a fost atât de greu pe cât mă așteptam. Nici nu eram hotărât să parcurg tot cursul, dar aș zis, da, hai prima sâmbătă și după să văd dacă continuu. Nu știam prea multe despre antreprenoriat și mă gândeam că o să fie foarte dificil, foarte greu cu noile noțiuni. Economia pentru mine era o limbă străină, nu înțelegeam noțiunile economice. Cuvântul afacere mi se părea SF, dar atelierul m-a ajutat foarte mult. Am înțeles că nu e deloc greu de inițiat o afacere, dacă parcurgi câțiva pași. Mi-a plăcut că am învățat prin practică, că am lucrat în echipă și am discutat foarte mult. Uneori chiar mi s-a părut o joacă utilă.
Another interesting activity of the project was the blended mobility organized by the Latvian partner in Malpils, Latvia. There participated 3 trainees and 2 trainers from each partner organization. The blended mobility was an opportunity for all the selected participants to improve their knowledge of entrepreneurship in different ways. On the one hand, within the blended mobility, there were organized 5 entrepreneurship lessons of 40 minutes each, taught by each partner using the Tele method, making a demonstrative exchange of best practices in teaching entrepreneurship. The trainers from Germany prepared a warm-up activity, while the Spanish partner used the Post-it tool to help students find a good business idea. The Romanian trainers taught a practical lesson of how to make a managerial decision using the 6 thinking hats method. The Icelandic partner talked about sale and presentation techniques, followed by the Latvian practical workshop where participants had to prepare a real product for sale. On the other hand, the trainees could also learn a great deal from visiting several successful local enterprises from the Malpils municipality and the neighboring area, such as a raising breeding dogs enterprise, a manufacturing plastic water pipes business, a successful cafe, a catering service enterprise, a regional sport enterprise, and a famous successful bakery where all the participants, trainers and trainees made their own bread, baked it and took it home. It was a tasty souvenir and an unforgettable experience.
Attractive, interesting, helpful for the future, different from our country.
Well, I did like the activities that we did in this trip or in this program. Some of them were more participative than others, and some of them focused on how to create a business from the idea, like starting by identifying the needs and the wants and also the trends, and then trying to find an idea how to do it, how much will it cost.
To disseminate the Tele project results, all partners have organized national conferences at the end of the project, each on related topics, and within this frame, PATER, the Spanish organization, organized the international conference in Valencia. All conferences were attended by an impressive number of guests, teachers of higher and secondary education, representatives of the local chambers of commerce and industry, of the local unemployed offices, trainers, and successful entrepreneurs, as well as young people with entrepreneurial intentions. The conferences were successful as they gathered so many important people we have worked with throughout the entire period of the project, since September 2014, when the project started, until August 2016, when it ended. The members of the Tele partnership were happy not only for the success of the conferences, but also for all the results of the project, namely the one-week training of trainers in entrepreneurship, 5 pilot workshops in entrepreneurship where almost 50 European young people were trained, an entrepreneurship handbook, and a film of the project that will show all those concerned what was realized. All these are intended as a suggestion and a model for anyone interested in teaching or learning entrepreneurship. For the future, all partner organizations intend to organize future entrepreneurial workshops, thus ensuring the sustainability of the project.